We're used to learning about doing these multiple choice tests. So take a look at this question, pause it if you must, and try and solve the answer. Okay, go ahead and pause it. All right, now that you've paused it and thought of the answer, let's take a look at what this does. So list 1, list is equal to this set. Because it's mutable, remember mutable means we can change the values of our list. W, X, Y, Z takes on the value of the index 1 or the second index. So instead we have ABC, W, X, Y, Z, G, H, I. If we print the length of list, it's still going to be 3. So if that's your answer, congratulations. But let's explore this. Why might someone think it's this? Well, because they might think it takes the number of characters, which is not the case. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, that's 9 characters. That's not 9. Okay? Why would someone think it was 10? Because when you replace this with A, B, C with W, X, Y, Z, now we have an extra character. But that's not what length does. Length gives me the number of elements in my list. Why would they think it's 4? Maybe they think it replaces it. I don't know why. There's an error on the second line. Oh, if you thought it was not mutable, you might think that it creates an error, because if you tried to do this with a string, it would create an error. So that's an exploration of the answer and the wrong answers as well. Okay, pause it now and see if you can do this. So what is the value of A after this code runs? Well, that's part of the video on methods. So A.remove 4. What does this do? This removes the first instance of whatever's in here. So the first instance is that. It removes it. So now my length is 3. Now A pop 2. What does that do? 0, 1, 2. Well, it just pops the second index of A after it removes 4. Okay, so now my list is consisting of 2 and 6. So the value of A is 2 and 6. Oh, it looks like I copied this twice. Okay, so what is the value of this after the code runs? Pause it. See if you can get the answer. Okay, now that you've paused it, A.pop2, 0, 1, 2, pops this. And actually returns it, by the way. But we don't store it anywhere, so that's out of there. And then it removes the first instance of 4. Well, that's that, so the answer is 2, 8. Alrighty, now this is not a problem, but it's talking about, reference. Right now we've been assigning variables by value and not by reference. But let's say we said A is equal to a certain list. And then we said B is equal to A. Well, does that mean B gets assigned the same value as A? Well, no. In Python, what happens is you have a reference to a list called B and A, and now they're pointing at the same list. So if we changed B1.99.999 and we checked A, well, if we checked A, it would be equal to, well, it would be equal to 1, 9, 9, 9, 3, 4, 5, etc. So if a change in one is a change in the other, because it's just a reference from one to the other. Now, What if I wanted to copy it? My intention was to copy it. Well, this is how you do it. You use this, or you use that. I personally like this one better, just because I don't like using list A. I don't know why. So now I have two separate references, one for A, which refers to the original memory, and one for B, which is B, which refers to A from the beginning to the end of it. Now if I change B1999, I don't change it for A anymore. Okay, so A is not modified. A is still 2. And this one has been modified to 999. So just the difference between them. B equals A is a reference. And if we want to copy the entire list, we have to use these brackets right here. Okay, let's look at this picture, pause the video, and see if you can solve it.